Ozzy, so I get a phone call. Come and hang out at the Osbournes podcast.
Well,
Where's your family? No one
they're
showed
all
up.
gone around the planet somewhere. I don't know.
Is this the Osbourne?
It's just this week's. It's just me, folks.
Yeah.
Crazy. Hey, but that's how it goes.
I need to go to a happier place.
I feel romantic.
Shut up, Ozzy!
Just go to bed, darling.
All right, change the subject.
How are you?
I'm all right.
I cannot. Well, actually, I can believe because I've been around long enough that you get the phone call and I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll come out, and then it all changes, and here we are. I need a badge that says honorary Osbourne. Right,
You're my other son.
that's exactly. I get the call when you need your other son. Oh my god! Thank you for having me here.
Welcome.
It's funny. Now they took it away. I liked that you had that red button.
Oh yeah, but when I used to interrupt.
But you do that
Kelly
anyway.
goes, "Eh."
I'm 16 days off cigarettes.
Congratulations, it's great.
I don't know when this is going to air, but 16 days. I'm out of my mind, Ozzy.
Just accept it. If you've gone 16 days, you've done it.
Yeah, but up here is still really
Let go.
difficult.
You know, you just got to
I
let
know.
go.
I know, but it was time, and I feel good. I feel a bit weird.
It's
But I've always been weird.
How long were you smoking? How many years?
40 something years.
Well,
45 years.
how old were you when you started?
I probably smoked my first cigarette at 10.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But it got really like a pack and a half a day. Yeah. Mind you were heavy.
I went. It took me a long while to get over that. When I switched from one to the other. I had the pattern. I was smoking with patches on.
Of course you were.
It stopped giving me the kick. I remember it.
Yeah.
So I did that charge, you know.
Yeah.
And now the worst thing I ever did was I went, them light cigarettes. I smoked 10 times more lights
Because they're light and you can't taste them.
you don't get the kick. I was just watching Dave Chappelle upstairs.
Did you watch the new one?
Yes,
Brilliant.
yeah,
Absolutely brilliant.
but he's a heavy smoker. You see his earlier sets.
Oh yeah, he's smoking all the. But
when he was younger, his voice has gone deeper and deeper.
In that special, he actually says, "I'm going to walk off stage, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to get a cigarette."
Yeah. He's a very funny man.
Yeah. I enjoyed that special.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same as with heroin. You know, everyone knows, we've spoken about it a million times. I was a heroin addict, and in England they used to give you methadone
Yeah.
to come off the heroin.
Yeah. But people say that's more addictive.
Well, it
than that.
is, but it also doesn't work because they give you the methadone and then you still go and get the heroin.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now you're on both of it.
Somebody I know used to do deals with giving junkies methadone for smack.
Me.
But it's,
That was me, yeah.
It's all, it's one charge.
Which is why I woke up, whatever day it was, 16 days ago, I woke up and I just went, I'm done. And I just
That's what happens with me. I never ever thought I would quit smoking. I like the fucking.
It's really
cigars.
weird.
I like the whole deal. I like the fucking.
Well, I was watching something the other day that you were in, and across the screen flashes a clip of you smoking, and it's so weird watching it.
I mean, I would switch. I'd cigars, patches, every fucking thing I had.
Well, you're a good alcoholic addict. You know, if you do something, you do it well.
It never ends because it goes to sex. It goes from sex to fucking. It goes across to anything we like doing. Is unfortunately for us. We don't do it in small amounts.
How did you do touring when you were really like at it?
Oh, fucking hell.
How do you go around?
I was saying to someone before, we were talking about it recently. I can remember going to Biloxi, Mississippi, where we drove.
Where there is no drugs.
Oh, yeah, there's fucking.
Oh, there is?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right, go on.
I drove through the night. I was drinking heavily, and there was just 24-hour bars, and we had 3 days off.
Oh God, that's a
And
terrible
I got
idea.
off the bus, straight into the bar, which is next to the hotel, and there I was for 3 days doing
They
blow.
have 24-hour
Oh, yeah,
bars. Oh, my
24
God, what a terrible idea.
And then on the fourth day, I had a gig, and I was fucking. I remember going on stage, and I was so fucking hungover. I felt like death.
Yeah, it's a completely different thing with touring when you're using.
But I never did it on. Very rarely went on stage loaded.
Did you do the thing? So I'm not going to name the names, but I've got a couple of people in my life who say I never drink before the show.
No.
Right?
But you're so pickled.
Exactly.
But he was like, he was disrespectful to go on stage loaded.
And you never did that.
Very rarely. There was occasions when I did, but no. But you're not in control. It's the only one thing. I mean, the thing about being on the road, you got a lot of time to kill.
Yeah.
You know,
if
especially if you got a day on and day off.
Well, that's the worst because the day off, you do whatever you're going to do, and then the hangover is on the gig day.
Well, it's just time you got to kill.
Did you ever do a show on acid?
Yes.
Did you really? Do you know? I don't think I've ever done that. I was all
it's
heroin and
fucking-
coke. Is it weird?
It's not fun. You don't know what you're doing. You know?
But oh God, I wish I could watch a video of the show where I know you're on acid because you must have still sung. You know, you still were at the mic.
You think you sing. I might not have sang. I remember once in the early years, I was when we used to do Hamburg. You have the mic on the chin and you're singing.
You think you're singing? That's brilliant. Listen, so when I was really young, about
Tony Iommi, when we were doing Hamburg, he used to play a flute. He's got the flute on his chin and he's going...
wondering why it don't sound.
He's just shaking the fucking flute.
Hey, it's Jack Osbourne here, and the Osbournes podcast is sponsored by Blue Chew. Blue Chew is a game changer. It enhances your performance and boosts your confidence in bed. What is Blue Chew, you might ask? A service-delivering chewable tablet with the same active ingredient as Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra, and it's all done online. No visits to the doctor that are sometimes super awkward, and they arrive in a very discreet brown envelope. So discreet that when it comes to my house, I'm often like, what the hell is this? Oh wait, yes I did order it. I utilized it on my wedding night. You know, sometimes you just want to crank it up a bit, and Blue Chew does that. Blue Chew wants to help you have a better sex life. Discover your options at bluechew.com. Chew it and do it. Get it? See what we did there? And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew for free when you use our promo code Osbournes at the checkout. Just pay $5 in shipping. That's it. That's bluechew.com. And the promo code is Osbournes to receive your first month free. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring our podcast.
When I had a heroin habit, which basically means you got to take it every day to be normal, I'm about 19 or 20, and we were on tour in the UK, and I was complaining. I was in a lot of pain, and the rest of my band were like, he's just sick. He just needs his heroin. Turns out it was appendicitis.
Oh, fuck.
They rushed me to the hospital and I was cut open within 3 or 4 hours. But they just thought I was, cold turkey.
We do get things happen when we're loaded, you know.
Things do tend to happen when we're loaded, yeah. And then we wonder
No,
why.
the things that will happen to normal people, you know.
Yeah, right. Normal shit happens even when we're using, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was always, when I was using it was a real hassle to tour because you needed to think about what you needed.
You don't live for the gig. You live for the reward after the gig.
Yeah, yeah. It's been different since you got sober. It's been a lot different, right?
Yeah. It's been. I mean, I don't. It's just a job. It's what I do now.
Yeah.
And I can't. I'm working after. I haven't been on a gig now for 5 years, which is driving me fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But
Ozzy, you definitely are looking so much better.
Oh yeah, but it's just slow. I just come back from the doctor today. Blood clots are gone. Everything's back to
the
normal.
leg thing.
And I'm just gonna.
That's great.
I know I can bend my neck a bit better.
Yeah,
now.
you're 100% different to what you were. God, I don't know. When it first all started kicking off,
I'm just gonna get my balance going now.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. When we were touring together before, where would you say really was special for you to play?
Oh, I mean, L.A., New York, London, Birmingham, Tokyo, Sydney.
So all of it.
I mean the major cities.
Yeah.
But it got my stage fright. You know, got over the years was getting worse and worse. And I'd think I'd psych myself into losing my voice.
I remember that. I remember talking to you in the quick change halfway through, and you are so hard on yourself.
I know, but
it's strange, isn't it? How we're tough on ourselves.
It got worse and worse, and so
you would do it to yourself. Now we're talking about it. I mean, I couldn't say that at the time. I watched you do it.
I'm going to fail.
I watched you do it, and then you'd go out, and then you'd fuck up a song, and then you'd come back in. You'd go, "I told you." I knew I was going to do that.
Before the gig, it wouldn't start just before the gig. It would start from the moment I woke up in the morning. I was going to fail tonight. And I would be thinking that all fucking day.
Have you always had that?
To a certain degree. I mean, every singer must have that. But as I got older, it got worse and worse.
Right.
It really got worse and worse and worse. I mean, to the point I'd be fucking insane by the end. I mean, Sharon would go, Sharon, look at me. And I'd go, don't you fucking say.
Yeah.
You know?
But everything gets harder as you get older, obviously.
But
even the travel gets harder when you get older.
The bus journeys when you got a bus journey, when I used to drink, it was great because you could drink all the fucking night and day.
Right.
And I'd do a gig on, day off, gig on. So I'd get out off stage, run straight to the bus, go through the night. But that got old, and I said, Sharon, if you want me to keep going out there, I can't do it by bus anymore.
Yeah. That happened with us too. You know, Idol loves being idle, but we need to tour in a way that he can be idle. You know, you can't do 5 in a row off a bus tour. You just can't do it when you get older. You need the rest.
You've got to be kind to yourself. I refuse.
I think Billy got the plane thing from you, quite frankly, because I remember when we first started the Sabbath.
It's not that expensive.
It actually isn't when you do the math. And here's what was happening. We were out in buses when Sabbath. Do you remember when I did that one year where I was on tour with Billy Idol, but then we'd finish in Stockholm and then I'd fly out and meet you on
Mexico.
It was crazy. And obviously, when I would go back to the Billy Idol tour, I'd say, well, you know, we're lucky with the Ozzy tour, the Black Sabbath tours, we got planes. And I think the light bulbs were going off because now it's planes.
It's
and it works.
I've had some when I did South America.
Yeah.
Remember me throwing that
with Lemmy when Lemmy was on the plane? Do you remember that?
But yeah, poor old Lemmy.
Yeah. But
I missed Lemmy.
I know. It was his birthday not so long ago. But that flying to South America with you, because when we went. The one time, it was only me and you on the fucking plane.
Yeah, I know.
It was amazing. And that...
Remember were you on the plane with me? I had the fucking
bed.
4 bed.
Yes. And she tucked me in And I went, good night. And then she woke me up. We're landing in
I
Rio.
went down to Rio or somewhere one time. I got on the plane, got in bed, and I went to sleep in LA, and I woke up in
That was the trip. We went to Rio, and you had the back one. You went up the back of the
Yeah,
plane,
yeah.
and then the woman's coming round with coffee. We're landing in 10 minutes in Rio. Like, that's the way to fly. Never used to be like that. Flying, did it?
But it's a better way of doing it.
It works for us now as well.
But Tommy Clefitas, my drummer, he fucking hates flying.
I know. He's sitting there like that. I say, hey, you know what's weird? Eric, our drummer, hates flying. Maybe it's a drummer thing.
Yeah, Bill Ward used to hate flying.
Did he really?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that airline Aeroflot?
Yes.
So the last flight I ever did on Aeroflot, it was still a smoking airline.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking how it used to be. Like, I was in the back of Aeroflot puffing away, and there's not even a curtain. It's just like now it's not
getting
smoking.
on the fucking plane. It'd be a smoked seat, a non-smoking seat, a smoked seat, and this fucking English accent. I don't know his name. I had his family on the plane, and I was saying, "You got all the smoking seats, so he wouldn't have to sit."
Yeah.
All his family had the smoking seats. None of them smoked, so I had to sit in the non-smoking seat. So he did that because his kids were on the plane.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't. The whole of the first class cabin was non-smoking.
How did they ever rationalise that if that row of seats is smoking, now this one is not smoking?
I'm fucked if I know. It stops there.
Yeah. Oh, that's all right. So
I'm
not going to get cancer sitting here, you know? It was ridiculous. But I can't believe that used to be the case. I remember the flight. Yeah. I was flying from Bangkok to London on Aeroflot. It was the worst flight because the waitress tripped over, threw an orange juice all over me, and then looked at me and went, pfft, and walked off.
I can remember we did a Japanese tour. Well, the flight from Tokyo to LA had been delayed, and so we had to wait. We got there like early in the morning, and we had to fucking wait till 6 o'clock that evening. And I'm going, oh fuck! I was trying to. When I was early sobriety. Yeah, and it was Tokyo Airport was fucking million thousands of fucking Japanese people.
It's huge, isn't it? Tokyo.
And it was. And I said to my assistant, "Fuck this." And the airline gave us all tickets. We could get free drinks in the bar. It was, and all the crew, everybody went. I said, "Fuck this." I spent from 9 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the evening.
Oh, that's not
in
good.
The first class lounge, and it was fucking chock-a-block with Japanese people. The airport was. 6 o'clock comes, I get on this plane. This plane had come from fucking some other country, and I'll get on this plane, and this woman, all the band went upstairs on the 747, apart from me and Tony. I mean, in this place down in the first class lounge, and there's this fucking drunken woman, and she was fucking legless. She comes to me, and it's like, what the fuck is it? She clocks me. And she's walking around. She comes to me and she goes, "Which one are you, a motley crew?"
Oh God, no, really? No.
So then my assistant goes, "Well," I said, "Tony, just tell her to fuck off." So he goes, "No, you can't do it." I said, "Tony, just tell her to fuck off." So in the end, I ended up telling her to fuck off. She goes nuts at me. The stewardess comes to me and says, "Yeah, you can't use that kind of language." I said, "Fucking don't tell her to sit down." She said, "Why don't you have a drink?" I said, "If I have a drink with her, we won't get anywhere."
Yeah.
And I said to Tony, "How's she looking?" She goes,
Asleep?
He goes, oh, she's having a dinner now. He goes, she's leaning to the one side. He looks back and he goes, as you look at her now, he says, oh, she's face down on a dinner. The next morning when we landed, it was landed at Honolulu to pick up more people. She comes up to me. She's got peas, carrots, gravy. I said, man, I know what you're going to say. Just go on your way. She said, sorry.
At least you said sorry.
Fuck it.
Have you ever been kicked off a plane?
No, what?
Have you ever been kicked off a plane?
Oh, no.
Escorted off, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have?
Many times.
Like it's like getting on a bus for you.
I mean, in the early days, me and Sharon used to, my solo thing. Me and Sharon and Ronnie Rhodes were fucking three nutters. Randy never drank much. I mean, on YouTube, I mean, there's a lot of Diary of a Madman stuff. I said to Sharon, it's the anniversary. It's on there.
Right.
He was such a good player. He was.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I mean, I was listening to that album the other day. It's absolutely amazing. But he wasn't a drinker, right?
He wasn't a drinker. He smoked. He didn't. He didn't.
He smoked cigarettes?
All the time.
Did he? But it was different back then with the smoking. I mean, Bowie smoked. Everyone smoked. You know, it's just different.
But you know, I was saying to you earlier on, the tobacco companies got away with absolute murder.
Oh, 100%. The tobacco companies knew, even when they were bringing cigarettes out, they knew what it was going to do.
I think Nat King Cole's wife sued one of them.
Did she win?
I believe. I can't remember whether she won or not. But
why can't people sue them more?
I'm fucked if I know, because
you would think in this country especially.
I mean, they put a lot of people in the ground, you know.
Right. But I'm not sure why you can't sue big tobacco.
Because on the box.
Oh, because of the disclaimer. That's right.
Somebody did sue. They must.
Yeah.
But can you remember when they all stood up in fucking the government thing? What's it?
Yeah, Parliament.
Yeah, in Ireland, banned on hard. I solemnly swear that tobacco is non-addictive.
Yeah.
Fuck, you know.
But they did that with OxyContin and all that kind of stuff, you know.
But it's like that OxyContin.
Oh, it's out of control. Seattle and San Francisco, it's out of control.
It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I often, I'm very grateful that wasn't around when I was taking drugs.
But there's other things the same, Vicodin, Percocet.
Yeah, there was, but none of it killed people as easily as fentanyl.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Not fentanyl, OxyContin.
No, but I'm saying the fentanyl. I'm glad that wasn't there when I was using.
It's in everything now. I'm so glad I don't use anymore.
Right. If that had been around when you and I were using drugs, we would be dead for sure.
Absolutely.
I can't remember where it was. I think it was Canada, Montreal. We were driving from the airport to the gig, and there was all these people standing still, like eyes closed, like that, like nodding out. And it's known, the fentanyl, it gives them this nod where they're standing up.
Well, there's like Seattle, Portland
is bad.
It's fucking everywhere now.
Yeah.
But I said something to somebody recently, it can't be very good business sense.
Well, no, not to kill your customers.
But there are people addicted to fentanyl.
I know, but then you and I have talked about this a lot. There was that drug Krokodil that we watched. We watched the documentary. Well, now, I can't get my head around it. Krokodil, like when you take it, your limbs fall off, right? If you prolonged use of Krokodil rots your body from the inside, and people have got feet that have fucking just fell off. how would you do that? Why would you do that? And that's coming from someone who would shoot up anything.
Yeah, but there's things out there now.
That's what I'm saying.
Now I'm off the loop.
Yeah.
There's one I remember. I said, well, what's this, whatever it's called? Like you said, oh man, it's like a near-death experience. That's clever.
Yeah. I don't know how near death I want to get, you know?
But look, that guy.
It's different now.
That guy with that, he drowned in his pool recently. He drowned in his hot tub.
Oh, Matthew Perry.
He used to come to our meeting.
Yes, I was friends with Matthew. Yeah, I know.
I went to a doctor. He said, I want to try on this ketamine. And I'm going, that rings a bell. What the fuck's ketamine?
It's a horse tranquilizer.
And he said, no, you don't get about you buzz. It helps with therapy. So he puts a little bit in it. But as soon as it went in my system, I went, fuck this.
Could you feel it?
Oh, and you get that.
Yeah, that little fucking devil.
You get that
I
little
know
bit.
it.
I went, no way.
So he tried it. How did he give it to you? In a pill or a
I think he went IV.
IV? So it went in quick, and you remember that.
I got that. It was a minute microdot, but I knew. I could get.
You knew it. You knew it.
No, not for me.
Ozzy, look, I'm the same. This whole alcoholism disease concept, I'm the same. I just went up to your kitchen, and I know it's not the same as fucking fentanyl or whatever, but I opened your chocolate drawer, right? Any normal person goes, oh, chocolate, and takes one, right? I look at your chocolate drawer like I'm never going to eat again, like it's contraband. I'm going, I need 2 flakes. I need 3 of them. I need 4.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do that with something if I like
Obsessive compulsive disorder.
Fucking right. I want it all, and I want all of yours as well. You know what I'm saying?
I remember in New York with the fucking.
I was insane. There's a saying that I love. People say, "Oh, what drug did you use? What was your drug of choice?" Yours. Whatever
mine and yours.
Yeah, whatever you've got, that's what I want.
But it's now I don't know what to get up to now. There's all this different shit out there.
Well, that's where I was going with the fentanyl thing. It's different. Everything is different. Do you remember?
It's like every so often they raise the bar, don't they?
Yeah. Do you remember when we were at school, right? If there was a fight in the school playground, it was fisticuffs.
Yeah.
Right? Now it's guns and shot dead. The last big drug epidemic that was going on when I was using was crack. Did you ever smoke crack?
No.
You didn't?
No.
So with coke, it was only ever snorting it.
Yeah,
Look at me, I'm getting excited because we're talking about drugs. It never leaves me, even though I'm 28 years. So crack was the last thing that I stumbled upon. It was someone showed me how to make it from powder.
Yeah, baking powder. In it.
Yeah, and it's a whole. You put it in water and you heat it, and it was very attractive to me. The process.
Oh yeah,
it was like a laboratory type thing.
Yeah.
Test tubes and shit. But man, that shit brought me to my knees.
I never. It's a good job I never did it.
Yeah, that's what I asked, because I think someone like it brought me. I was all right on the heroin and maybe a bit of cocaine, and I wasn't all right, but I wasn't dying. And the moment crack came along, it just ruined anything else, anything that I had going.
Talking about crack.
Yes, that's a good segue. That is a good segue.
We wrote a song about it.
We did.
But it's not about crack. It's not the song that we wrote. It's called Crack Cocaine.
Yeah.
But it's not about crack cocaine.
Well, that was the genius thing about your lyrics. It was really clever, Ozzy. And I'm not just blowing smoke, because you said to me, I've written the lyrics for this song. It's called Crack Cocaine. And I was like, oh, fucking hell, that's not going to get any radio play, is it? But it was really clever. what you did.
It's about a guy who has got. I mean, we've all had one of these in our past.
Yeah.
You don't want to. You got a relationship with a girl, and you can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah. Well, and also, to me, when I read your lyrics, it's like you said, I put you down and pick you up again like crack cocaine. It's like that relationship when I was younger, they weren't relationships, but they were girls that I knew that were clearly not relationship material, but you'd have a go and then you'd put them down and then a week later you're like, oh, fuck it. And you call again. And even though you knew it was going to be crazy, right? It was brilliant. And I love the song and that's coming out in a few weeks' time. So I'm sure we'll talk more about that.
Yeah.
What's the new year holding for you, Ozzy? Or is that difficult to talk about because you don't know how you're going to feel?
I'm not seeing so many doctors anymore. I naturally have to go. Now I've got Parkinson's. I have to see the Parkinson's doctor.
Right.
But I'm not, having surgery or
how was the last? So you had that one last surgery. What are the doctors saying?
What I said when I came out of surgery, I said to Sharon, "Whatever I'm going to be at like now, that's it. 'Cause I can't have any more surgery." I had 7 surgeries in 5 years.
Did they give you the propofol?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm living vicariously
It's
through
like
you.
bing.
Count down from 100, 99.
No, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, no shit. But the surgery was obviously a success.
Well, what I just said, if it wasn't a success or whatever.
Was that surgery more on the neck or the clots?
No, on the neck.
The neck. So, because you're moving way better.
I mean, it's not. It's a slow recovery because I'm not as young as I used to be.
Right.
And so recovery of anything.
Ozzy, you just said to me, I mean, I know, you just celebrated 70 what?
75 years.
75.
I'm 75. Fuck, how did I get there?
You're 3/4 of a century old, mate.
But how did I survive this?
How did you get to be 75?
I mean, I've still got all my marbles.
Because when you were 21, I don't think you thought you were going to make 22.
I'm living on borrowed time.
Yeah, you're doing great. You look fantastic. So I know, talking about the new year, I heard on one of the previous podcasts, you were saying you're going to get back on stage in 2024.
I'm going to try my hardest to get well enough to do a few gigs.
I'm going to say this. A year ago, I would have said that it may take you a bit longer. Looking at you as you are now.
Do you remember when I first had the very first surgery and you said to me, I thought you were a good...
Ozzy, after that one, the big one where you went over in the bedroom, and I think I've said this to everyone in the family except you. I came to the hospital. I got the phone call and I came down and you'd had the surgery the night before or that morning. And when I showed up, no one was there. Sharon wasn't there. Jack was out somewhere. And I walked into that hospital room and it was, I had to walk out and I've called Sharon because I was scared we were losing you. You were talking to me, but I couldn't understand what you were saying.
Oh, it's normal.
I mean, more than people go, oh, how can you understand him? I'm like, I've been around the guy a lot. No, it was really scary. And I was alone with you. I don't think you knew what was going on properly, but I thought you were leaving us.
Yeah.
It was really bad. And that was what, 5 years ago or something?
But something went wrong there because my son's got a video of me going into that surgery saying, Well, I'll see you in a minute. I thought
Wow.
I came out of there virtually crippled.
You were. I remember the hospital room like it was yesterday. It was such a heavy experience for everyone.
I don't know
I'm
what
sure.
that surgeon fucking did, but it's taken me from that one to now.
But I also said to you, if there is anyone I know I've ever met that can beat this and fight it, it's you. I've always said
But
that.
I mean, 5 years is a long time to recover.
It is. But
I've had 6 more surgeries.
yeah.
To put
To
right what
fix,
that guy.
yeah, to fix it. But Ozzy, it's great to see you looking so good, and I hope you are right. You get back on stage. In
I
2023.
need to.
Maybe we'll just get you to jump up and do a song. Get you in slow.
Yeah,
There.
yeah. Well, Zach said Zach Sabbath.
Yeah.
He's come and sing one of your songs.
Yeah, you just pop up, you sing a song. That'll get you back. Put your toe in the water again.
Yeah.
I think that's it for this show, right?
Yeah.
This show was called The Osbourne because no one else showed up. But thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, Billy.
Of course.
I'd have been talking to myself otherwise.
Oh, that's next week's show. You're gonna talk to yourself for an hour.